So here AM power distribution, that is the amplitude modulated wave, and how the power is distributed in the side bands, that is upper sideband, lower sideband, and carrier. So here, in any electrical circuit, the power distribution is equal to the voltage square, that is the RMS value, divided by the resistance. So this is what the general formula that in basic any electrical circuit we discussed, that is PC equals to V carrier square divided by R. And this V carrier is the RMS value, so that is VC by under 2. So that this way you can do that is VC under 2 complete square. So mathematically this VC square by 2R, this is what the general formula for calculation of the sinusoidal frequency, that is what the carrier frequency, power in the carrier frequency. So PC is the power in carrier frequency, that is in watt. The voltage VC is in volts, and resistor obviously it is in ohms. If we'll consider this voltage equals to 1 ohm, then this formula can be reduced to this R equals to 1. But in some cases, generally the resistance, they mention that what will be the resistance, then accordingly we have to keep the value of resistor. If the value of resistor is not given, then we can keep the value of resistor equals to 1. That is the standard. And this is what the formula, we discussed this in the last lecture, that is the carrier frequency FC plus FM, that is the upper sideband, FC minus FM, that is the lower sideband. So both the frequencies are mentioned here. Now this is what the band, accordingly the upper and lower sideband power, how to calculate. So simply the upper and lower sideband power, we have this formula, that is what MVC by 2 square. So what is the voltage, that is we have the formula just now we have derived. So this is, we put the value of for the sideband. For the sideband, the voltage is, we have derived previously. So that comes MVC by 2. So we will put this value, square of this divided by 2. So it becomes 4 into 2, 8. So M square VC square by 8. This is what the power in one sideband, either upper or lower. If I'll consider the both the sideband, so this plus this, that is M square VC square by 8 plus M square VC square by 8. So it becomes M square for the both the separate sideband, M square by 4 and VC square by 2. So this VC square by 2, it is nothing but the PC. So this is what M square by 4 into PC. The PC is what? Power in the carrier. So generally this is available. So in terms of PC, power in the carrier can be calculated in this way. Okay. So further, that is the total power. So total power can be given, that is PC plus upper sideband and lower sideband, because there are two sideband. So total power can be calculated PC M square 4 PC, just now we have calculated this, M square upon 4 into PC. So this become M square by 2, addition of these two. So this is M square by 2 PC. So if we will simplify the PC into 1 plus M square by 2. So whatever the power of your amplitude modulated signal with full carrier, with both the sideband and full carrier, so that is given by this formula. PC is the power in the carrier frequency, 1 plus M is the modulating index, and this formula is given. Since carrier power in modulated wave is the same as unmodulated wave, then obviously power of the carrier is unaffected by modulation process. So you can say that the power in the carrier is unaffected by the modulation process. So if your modulation index is 1, so this way it is there. So this is what. Now how the spectrum is there. Now just now we have seen that is PC is the power in carrier, m square by 4 PC in one sideband, upper sideband, m square by 4 PC in lower sideband. So this we can put. So here, this is what the carrier frequency, this is what your lower sideband. So lower sideband power is m square PC by 4, upper sideband is m square PC by 4, and here this power, that is power of carrier, is PC, upper sideband and lower sideband. So most of the time this power formula as well as this spectrum is asked. So don't confuse with the voltage spectrum, voltage frequency band spectrum. So here that is formula is different, m square PC by 4. This is m square PC by 4, and for voltage it is different. So this formula you should remember, and this is what the general concept, that is for the spectrum for the amplitude modulated double sideband full carrier wave, that is for, it is called the frequency power spectrum for the frequency. Is there any doubt? This is very simple concept. I don't think anything is required. Okay. Now we will go on the numerical based on this. So whatever the numerical, it is based on the concept what we have discussed. So all of you, I am expecting that you should have a pen and pencil, pen and your notebook, so that simultaneously you can do it, and accordingly you can respond to me for this process. This is a very simple problem, not much calculation, only concept you have to remember. Formulation, something what we have derived right now, that also we will require. So I'll read the problem. What is that? For an amplitude modulated double sideband full carrier wave with a peak unmodulated carrier voltage is 10 volt peak to peak. So unmodulated carrier voltage is given 10 volt peak to peak. Load resistance RL is 10. Now in the formula, we have used RL equals to 1. So we have to use RL equals to 10. So we have to put the value of RL in the formula. And M equals to 1. So you are, whatever the modulation index is 1. So it is the ideal case. Determine. So you have to find it out something. What the powers of, what is, you have to determine the powers of carrier and upper and lower sideband. So what will be the power contained in carrier frequency signal, upper sideband frequency signal, and lower sideband? Okay, so that you have to calculate. Total sideband power, what will be the total sideband? Simple, it is upper and lower you have calculated, you have to add, that's it. Total power in the modulated wave, so you have to add these three, carrier, upper and lower, so that will be the total power. Draw the power spectrum. So power spectrum, just now we have shown it, only you have to put the appropriate value what we will calculate. So we will go. So initially I'll go, what are the given parameters? So this is what the systematic way we can approach the numerical. So what is the given? So VC, that is the carrier voltage, is given. V peak, that is 10 volt is given. RL, the load resistance, is given, that is 10 ohm, and modulation index is 1. So very first what I'll go for determine the power of the carrier and upper and lower sideband. So very first I will find it out the power in the carrier, because for upper and lower sideband the formula is based on the carrier power. So what I'll do, so here PC, the formula is with me, that is PC power in the carrier is VC square upon 2 RL. Okay, so VC square upon 2 RL. So your VC is given, so that is 10, and 2 RL is 10. So it is 10 square, so it becomes 100, and this is becoming 20. So 100 by 20 is 5 watt. So that is very simple. That is what your PC is 5 watt. Now, can anyone calculate the power in the upper sideband and lower sideband? As we have the formula, both the power will be identical. So take the formula and give me the power in upper and lower sideband. Anybody just remember the formula? I'll show it to you. So the power in the upper and lower sideband is equals to m square by 4 into PC. PC we know. So it is m is what? M is 1. So 1 by 4. PC is 5. So it is 5 by 4. So it is simply 5 by 4 is 1.25 watt. Is it correct? Is it correct? Or anybody got some other answer? Yes, 3-4 answers I got for 1.25. Yes, it is correct. Okay. So we will go ahead. This is what very simple numerical, but you have to be very cautious. Sometimes what happens, we do some silly mistake, so that we have to avoid. And if we will do any silly mistake, we will lose the entire mark. So we have to be very cautious. Although it looks very simple, but we have to go step by step. So that you have to always remember. Then we will go further. Now the total sideband power. So what I have the simple upper sideband power and lower sideband power. I have to simply add. So 1.25 plus 1.25, it becomes 2.5. So it is simple. Okay. So this is what the upper sideband. Total power. Anybody can give me total power? Yes. Meghna has given. So it is correct, Meghna. Anybody else has calculated the total power? So the total power of the modulated wave. Yes, 3 answers I got. Yes. So total power, all of you got the correct answer. So the total power is simply addition of the carrier power, upper sideband power, lower sideband power. So it is 5 plus 1.25 plus 1.25, that is 7.5 watt. So simply, always remember to put the unit. If you will not put the unit, you will lose the marks, because unit is important. So always put the unit. Okay. So then draw the spectrum. So whatever the powers you got, that you mention in the spectrum. So whatever I have put here, the same spectrum what I have put in the previous slide. But when you will put the spectrum, always you put the power level. So this is what your center carrier frequency is 5 watt, the upper, and this is lower sideband, that is having 1.25, and this is also 1.25. So appropriately you can understand what is the ratio between carrier and this this power. So you just see that it is 4 times. Your sideband power is 1/4 of your your carrier power. So accordingly, you put this value, whatever the values you got in this numerical. So is there any doubt in this? I think it is very simple and nothing is great in this. Only the thing is you have to.
Sir, you are on mute.
Okay. So this is what very simple, and we have calculated all these parameters. Now we'll go further. Now this is what the modulation index by a complex information signal. Now what is this modulation index by the complex information signal? What it means? If there are multiple modulating signal, as here I have mentioned, the 3 modulating signals are there. So these 3 modulating signal are considered. So yeah, although here we have not taken the realistic example, whatever the sinusoidal signal we have taken for the understanding, the same we will consider here, and we will take the example. So here in the previous example are all using a single frequency modulation signal in the practice. So however, modulating signal is very often a complex wave made up of many sine wave with different amplitude and frequency. So here the example is taken. What is this example? If a modulating signal consists 3 frequencies. Now I have taken 3 frequencies. Which are those? That is FM1, FM2, and FM3. Means what way I can say that? Suppose I can have a speech signal. So my maximum frequency for the speech signal is 3.4 kilohertz. And if I'll take any other data signal, maybe 10 kilohertz is the maximum frequency, that is FM2. And any another, maybe the video signal. Okay, so that video signal is having the bandwidth of 20K. Okay, so this way, this is only for
Hello.
I don't know what is happening
Yes.
with the net that is frequently disconnecting. Okay, so again, we will start. Sorry for the inconvenience. So here, three signals are taken, as I am saying that these three signals are FM1, FM2, FM3. The three example, you can take anything. As I told, maybe one is the speech signal, another is the video signal, third is maybe the data signal, whatever it is. So having the different modulating frequency. So what the modulated signal will contain the carrier and the three sets of side frequency. That is the three sideband on each side you will have. That is three sideband. Now, what will be the equation? So here you have to understand the equation, and then accordingly we will go. So in the equation, you will have a carrier frequency. So it will be as it is. So VC sine 2 pi FCT. So this is the formula for your carrier frequency. This is what standard formula, what we are derived. We are taking that only. Now, here, whatever the one of the frequency, that is FM1. So this is what one modulating frequency. Again, it is MVC by 2 into cos 2 pi FC plus FM1 into T. So this is what anybody can quickly tell me whether it is the upper sideband or lower sideband. What I read just now, it will be upper sideband or lower sideband. Yes, correct. It is upper sideband. Why upper sideband? Because we have put FC plus FM. So FC plus FM, so it will be on the positive side. Okay, so it will be on the positive side. So it is upper sideband, correct. Then MVC by 2 cos 2 pi FC minus FM1. So FC minus FM1. So this is what the lower sideband. Okay, so this is lower sideband. So this is the one frequency. Similarly, now we will go for the another frequency, that is minus V MVC by 2 cos 2 pi F FC plus FM2. So this is the second frequency, upper sideband, and here MVC by 2 cos 2 pi FC minus FM2, FC minus FM2, then it will be what? Lower sideband of the second frequency. And then we'll go for the third. In the third, same formula, FC plus FM3, FC minus FM3. Only you remember here FC minus FM, then this here sign is plus. Here, if this is plus, then this is minus. Accordingly, you can understand and remember this formula. So that will require. So this modulation index is there. Now for this modulation index, how we can represent this signal. So here you have this FC. As I explained, FC minus FM is the one of the sideband with comparatively lower frequency. Then FC minus F2, FC minus F3. So this frequency, depending on the FM1, FM2, FM3, depending on the frequency, the location of the sideband will decide here. As for the convenience, we discussed and we decided that FM1 is lower and FM2 is higher than that and FM3 is higher than that. So accordingly, as I have given the example, as this may be 3.4, this may be 10, and this may be 20. Okay, accordingly. So accordingly, whatever the frequency gap is there, you may ask to draw this spectrum with some specific frequency. So according to the specific frequency, you can have this whatever the distance or the scaling of the frequency band accordingly. And again, the voltage is also depend on the formula we have given. So depend on the modulation index of each waveform, it will be decided. So as here I can see that the FM1 is having the higher amplitude as compared to this FM2. So obviously what the modulation index of this is maybe 1 or approaching to 1. But for this, the modulation index FM2, the modulation index is comparatively low. And as compared to both FM1 and FM3. So FM2 is having the modulation index comparatively low. This is having better modulation index, and the almost approaching to 1 is the modulation index of FM1. So the voltage is also depend on the formula, that is what the modulation index. Now, the question arises here, the modulation index of a complex information signal, how it can be calculated. So it is the root mean square of all the modulating index. So here total modulation index, you can see the total modulation index MT can be the MT1 square plus MT2 square plus MT3 square plus and so on, whatever. If there are only 3 waveforms, then this 3, if you are multiple, then accordingly you have to go on. So this is what MT. So this way you can calculate the modulation index of the total and individual, as I represent here. Individually you can represent here by using that respective formula, you can calculate it. So initially we have to calculate for the individual, then you have to calculate for the total. So this way, depending upon whatever the number of signals are there, depending upon this, total modulation index can be calculated. Okay, I don't think there is any doubt till now. So we will go further. If there is any, you can ask. Now we will go for the power calculation of the complex information signal. Now, how the power can be calculated? As previously also we have calculated the power. Okay, so if there are more than one signal, maybe 2 or 3, so what will be the power? So the combined coefficient of modulation can be used to determine the total sideband power and transmitted power. So here the modulation index is important, but we are taking the total modulation index. Previously also for the single carrier, single modulating signal, we have used what? The modulation index. Now we have calculated the total modulation index and accordingly we are using. Formula is same what we have derived for previously, so I will not go for the further derivation. So same thing you can repeat if it is asked for this. So you can repeat the previous derivation and instead of M, you can mention MT, that is the total modulation index. And there you specify what is MT. MT is what? Just now we have seen that MT is what? So upper sideband power and lower sideband power is PC, that is the carrier power into total modulation index square upon 4. So this way it can be calculated. So one, that is the total sideband power, the sideband power. So this is upper sideband power plus lower sideband power. So PC MT square upon 4 plus PC MT square upon 4. So it becomes the total sideband power is PC MT square by 2 and carrier power is C. So total power is PC into 1 plus MT square by 2. So this formula is same, only instead of the modulating index of the single individual modulating signal, we have to use for the total. So this is what the relation PT by PC, so they can be related by this particular formula. So this is what the concept here for the complex modulating signal. Now we will go numerical based on this. Is there any doubt till now? I hope all of you have understood this. These are very simple concept. If you will focus on it, so you will solve it in a very easy manner. Okay. So So again, I wish that all of you should go for this problem, and you should you should try to solve this problem. Okay, what is this problem? For an amplitude modulated double sideband full carrier transmitter with a unmodulated carrier power, that is PC is 100 watt. So this carrier power is given, that is 100 watt. That is modulated simultaneously by 3 modulating signals. Now, based on our previous discussion, what is there? So multiple signals are there. So here 3 modulating signals are there, and directly what is given with coefficient of modulation. Now modulation index is directly given. So what M1 equals to 0.2, M2 equals to 0.4, and M3 equals to 0.3. Okay, so then determine. So 3 modulating signals are given, and for 3 modulating signal directly the modulation index is also given, that is 0.2, 0.3 and 0.4. So very first is that total coefficient of modulation. So what is total coefficient of modulation? Upper and lower sideband power, total transmitted power. So we will go one by one. So total MT equals to, I got one answer. I'm expecting more. So I'll write given, that is power given is 100 watt. I will recommend this style when you will solve the numerical. Given parameter, you write it down. Then PC equals to 100 watt, M1 equals to 0.2, M2 equals to 0.4, M3 equals to 0.3. Then determine. Although it is look very simple, but we have to go step by step, because in overconfidence we do the silly mistake and we lose the marks. So here total coefficient of modulation. Can anybody give me the formula? This is what the formula. That is what MT equals to M1 square plus M2 square plus M3 square, that is 0.2 square plus 0.4 square plus 0.3 square under root of this. I'm expecting the answer for this. I got only one answer from Aditya, and I hope that is correct. And Rahate also given answer 0.3. We'll check 0. This is the correct answer. I got this answer, that is 0.5385. Is it correct? Most of you got this. So I'll recommend that you just go for the 4-digit. If it is in the point, then you can go up to 4 digits. It is desirable, because if you will go for the 4 digits, further calculation you will get up to some more accurate. Okay, upper and lower sideband power. I got one answer. Upper and lower sideband power. Now I'm expecting the answer for upper and lower sideband power. What is the formula for upper and lower sideband power? So upper and lower sideband power, the formula can be as we discussed. So this is the formula, that is PC MT we got upon 4. So PC is 100 watt into 0.5385 square divided by 4. So I got sideband power. Sideband power, I got 2-3 answer, but all are different. So this is simple calculation. So can you do this calculation? So what is sideband power? 7.25. So if you will take up to 4 digits, you will get exactly 7.2. 7.249 is also okay, but again 7.2498 something you get, so you can do it as 7.25. Okay. Yes, you recognize your mistake. Yes. So in this simple calculation also we do some mistake. Okay, so please be cautious. Now we will go further. Total transmitted power. What will be the total transmitted power? You have the transmitted power by upper sideband, by lower sideband, and by the carrier. Simply you just add that. So add this, or this is the formula, alternative formula, or simply you can add all this power. So just verify by both the formulas whether you got the same power. Addition of all these three, that is 100 plus 7.25 plus 7.25, it is 114.5. Okay. Just verify by this formula, whatever this formula we got, whether it is the same. Obviously, it should be same, but you just verify. I hope all of you got the answer. Any doubt in this? Okay. Is there any doubt? So we will stop here.